In this video, we will learn about the topics like elementary treatment, laws of exponent, square of a number, square root, cube of a number, and cube root. Elementary treatment. Power or exponent. To explain this, we will take an example. 2 raised to the power 7. We know in 2 raised to the power 7, 2 is called the base and 7 is called the power or exponent or index of 2. Similarly, 5 raised to the power, in which 5 is the base and 2 is called the power. 5 raised to the power 2 can be read as 5 raised to the power 2 or 5 squared. If 1 has any power, its answer will be 1. If -1 has a power of odd number, then the answer is -1. And if -1 has the power of even number, then the answer is 1. Now, we will discuss about the second topic, which is laws of exponents. Law 1. Law 1 is also known as product law. A raised to the power m multiply by a raised to the power n. In this, the base is same, that is a, but the powers are different. So, we will take the base and we will add the powers. For example, we take 3 raised to the power 5 multiply by 3 raised to the power 2. In this, 3 is the common base and 5 and 2 are the powers. So, we will add the powers, which will give us 3 raised to the power 7. Second law. Second law is also known as quotient law. A raised to the power m divided by a raised to the power n. In this, a is the common base and m and n are the powers. So in this, we will take the base and we will subtract the powers, that is m minus n. To explain this, we take an example like 2 raised to the power 8 divided by 2 raised to the power 5. In this, 2 is the common base and 8 and 5 are the powers. So, we will subtract the powers, that is 8 minus 5, which will give us 3. So, 2 raised to the power 3. Third law. Third law is also known as power law. A raised to the power m in the bracket a raised to the power n. In this, we will multiply the powers, that is a raised to the power m multiply n. To explain this, we will take an example like in the bracket 5 raised to the power 2 raised to the power 3. So, we will multiply the powers, that is 5 raised to the power 2 multiply 3, which will give us 5 raised to the power 6. Now, fourth law. A raised to the power m multiply by b raised to the power m. In this, the powers are same, but the bases are different. So, we will multiply the bases and the power will be the common. That is, a multiply b in the brackets raised to the power m. To explain this, we will take an example like 3 raised to the power 4 multiply 5 raised to the power 4. So, we will first multiply 3 and 5, which will give us 15, and then we will put the power 4. Fifth law, a raised to the power m divided by b raised to the power m. In this, we will firstly divide a by b, then add the power, that is m. For example, we take 2 raised to the power 3 divided by 7 raised to the power 3. So in this, 2 is divided by 7 and then the power 3 is put up. Now, sixth law. Any number raised to the power 0 gives 1. For example, if a raised to the power 5 is divided by a raised to the power 5, which will give us a raised to the power 0, which will give us the answer as 1. A can be any number like 5 raised to the power 0. The answer will again be 1. Seventh law, a raised to the power minus m. Any number which have the power in minus, we will reciprocal it like 1 by a raised to the power m. By doing this, we can have the power in positive. For example, 2 raised to the power minus 5. To make the power positive, we will write it as 1 by 2 raised to the power 5. Now, we will discuss about the square of a number. If a number is multiplied by itself, the product obtained is called the square of the number. For example, square of 4. Square of 4. So we will write 4 multiply 4, which will give us 16. So, square of 4 is 16. Another example, square of minus 5. We will multiply minus 5 by itself, which will give us positive 25. Always remember that whether the number is positive or negative, its square is always positive. Now, we have come to another topic, which is cube of a number. If a number be multiplied by itself 3 times, the product obtained is called cube of the number. It means that to find a cube of a number, we have to multiply that number by itself 3 times. For example, to find the cube of 3, we will multiply 3 by itself 3 times. That is 3 multiply 3 multiply 3, which will give us the product 27. we will take another example. Cube of minus 4. To find the cube of minus 4, we will multiply minus 4 by itself 3 times, which will give us minus 64 as a product. Always remember that cube of a positive number is always positive and cube of a negative number is always negative. Now we will learn what is square root. The square root of a number is that number whose square is equal to the given number. The sign for square root is the radical sign shown here. Since we know that square of 5 is 25, so the square root of 25 is 5, and we will write 25 in root. For another example, we know that square of 0.8 is 0.64, so the square root of 0.64 is 0.8. Now let's learn two main methods of finding square root of a given number. The first method is known as prime factor method, and the second method is known as division method. So, firstly let's learn how to find a square root of a number by prime factor method. Step 1. Find all the prime factors of the given number. Step 2. Write these factors in pairs such that both the factors in each pair are equal. Step 3. Take one factor from each pair and remove the sign of square root. And in the last step, multiply the factors so obtained to get the square root of the given number. Now let's learn how to find a square root of a given number by division method. Step 1. Mark the digits of the given numbers in pairs starting from right to left as shown in the picture. Take the first pair, that is 13, and find the largest whole number whose square is either equal to or less than 13. Such a whole number is 3. Write 3 in the quotient and also in the divisor. Subtract 3 multiplied 3 gives 9 from 13. The first pair. The remainder is 4. Step 3. Bring down the second pair of digits, that is 69, as shown in the picture. Double the quotient, that is 3, and write the result on the left of 469. Add the largest possible digit on the right of 6 so that the product of the two-digit number obtained and this number does not exceed 469. Such a digit in this example is 7. Since 67 multiplies 7 gives 469, write 7 in the quotient also. Hence, square root of 1369 is 37. Now, there are two main methods of finding cube root of a given number. The first is prime factor method and the second is known as index form. So firstly, we will learn by the prime factor method. The symbol for cube root is shown in the picture. Step 1. Express the given number as the product of its prime factors. Step 2. Make groups each consisting 3 identical prime factors. Step 3. From each group obtained in step 2, take one prime factor and then multiply them. Step 4. The product so obtained is the cube root of the given number. Now we will learn to find the cube root of a number by index form. Step 1. If required, express the given number in the index form. Keeping the base same, divide each index. Always remember, the index form method can be used only when each index is exactly divisible by 3. Now, there is a worksheet for you to practice the cube root and the square and cube of any number. Always remember, practice makes a man perfect. There's another worksheet in which you will learn to find the square root by both the methods.